Hey, Kearis, I wanted to ask you about the DBs. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of questions about the DBs. Something that Kirby's been touching on is how they got to get better in order to get ready for the season, and even just establishing who those guys are. But what's your take on them so far, and how do you think they'll be ready? Or do you think they'll be ready for the fall?
So far, it's been a great competition between us and the DBs. They give us good work, very competitive, and we just ready. We just ready for our just be able to get better each and every day by going against those guys, and just we enjoy going against them because not only we're making them better, but they're making us better as well.
Kearis, obviously without George for this foreseeable future, what do you think about the receivers in general, the skill? I know you all played without him before, but how do you think this receiving group responds without him?
I feel like without George being here, like we do have a talented room. That's what we do with recruiting. Coach Hank has done a great job with bringing guys in and things like that. So with George being out, we do have other guys who can be able to step up and be able to reach those opportunities with George being down. And I'm glad that we got this spring, unlike last year, to be able to see like what everybody will be able to do.
Let's go to Mike Griffith and Mark Weiser.
Hey, Kearis, you obviously had a great chemistry with Stutz at the start of the year, and I guess word is now you and JT are pretty tight. Can you just talk about your chemistry with JT and how you've gotten in sync so fast with him?
Yeah, with JT being here now, it's just been just trying to work on building that chemistry. He came along late in season last year, but now being able to have a full spring with him, being able to do the pre-spring workouts, being able to throw with him. Just being able to build that chemistry has been fun working with him, and just excited for this season.
Hey, Kearis, what's JT try to instill kind of as the quarterback and leader in terms of, last year he came in so late and to have an off season, with you guys. Have you noticed kind of his imprint on this offense, for the long haul now?
Yeah, JT comes in every day and just treats everything like it's a pro. He really cares about the receivers, and not only the receivers, but the team as well. And he's doing a great job by leading us as an offense out there and practice every day and just doing his job and just making sure we stand on page.
Let's go to Jake Rowe and Chip Towers.
Kearis, you talked about JT coming on late in the season last year. Before that, a lot of second, third team type stuff. I mean, can you see that chemistry that he built with those receivers that were running with the threes and the twos kind of showing up here in spring now that you guys have had some injuries, guys like Justin Robinson and maybe even, other, Lab McConkey, the guys that he was throwing to last year before he became the starter?
Yeah, JT, like I said, he's done a great job just by managing the offense, knowing what's going on, just knowing what the defense is trying to do, just having that confidence from playing on scout team last year and just being able to throw with those guys now, being able to throw with him, just being able to build that chemistry and just having that confidence between each other.
Yeah, Kearis, I think of you as a slot back and a guy that does a lot of motion and a bunch of different things. Have you gotten any looks out there at the X? And what about the other guys that are being asked to step in? Have you been surprised by anybody?
Actually, we just tried everywhere. Like being in this type of offense, you have to know each position. That just increases your value, and that just increases your role as a player on offense. And just with everybody knowing what everybody has to do on offense, like I said, just increases our value. So everybody's been playing everywhere. We're just trying to learn the offense, and not only does just learning one position, but knowing multiple positions. Like I said, increases your value and can help you in the long run.
Let's go to Sarah and then Dasher.
Hey, Kearis, I was wondering if there have been any early enrollees thus far that have really stood out to you or even have started to grow into this program.
Yeah, all the early enrollees has came in willing to work. They want to get better. They starting to learn the standard here and learn how to practice, which is the most important thing, learning how to practice. But so far they're coming along pretty well just by adjusting to the way we practice and what the standard is here.
Hey, Kearis. When George went down, did you or some of the older receivers have like a conversation with the rest of the guys, just kind of talking about, hey, this is what we need to do to make up for this and have George's back? Did y'all ever a conversation like that ever take place?
When Andrew happened to George, of course we was all there for him, and that's what we're supposed to do as teammates. But that's all. But the surgeries, everything else, that's left to the side. We more important about what's next. I know with him being down, we still have to continue to play football. So
Let's go to Connor and then Davis.
Yeah, hey Kearis, have you talked with George recently? Where is he sort of at? I guess now 2 weeks post injury, and is he, looking forward to going through this rehab process and getting back onto the field in 2021?
yeah, I've been in contact with him and things like that. Just praying that everything goes well with his surgery and things like that. And we just praying for him. Just hope he comes back healthy and stronger and faster.
Hey, Kearis, as a slot guy, I wanted to ask you how you improve upon yards after catch and yards after contact numbers. Is that an important stat for you, and how do you look to improve upon those?
Yeah, coming into this season, that's going to be a big thing for me, yards after catch. Last year I didn't really have as much as I would like to, and I'm just ready to be out there, just be able to showcase what I've been able to do, and that starts in practice. You do it in practice, you do it in the game.
Let's go to Matthew and then Palmer.
Yeah, you talk about yards after catch. What are some of the other ways that you can step up and be a leader on this receiving core for some of these younger guys?
Just being a leader, just showing the way, just being able to use my voice and my knowledge, and just showing them, not only showing them by example, but like I said, being a vocal leader as well. I know when I was a freshman, I used to look up to guys like Tyler. That's like I said, Tyler, Terry, Miko, Riley, all those guys. I used to look up to those. So I'm just trying to be that type of role model to the young guys who are here now.
You talk about those young guys, two of the receivers that are early enrollees, Adane and Jackson. What skills have stood out to you about them so far?
They're willing to work. They're ready to learn. They're very good competitors, and just like all the other receivers, like that's what we're here to do. We're here to compete and get better, and they've been doing a great job so far.
Let's get in two more quick ones from Ryan and then Henry.
Hey, Kearis, what were you seeing out of Arian Smith, and maybe how much his roles increased this spring before his wrist injury? I don't know what the update is on his injury.
He's starting to get more comfortable, just starting to learn the offense more. And just like with me, I'm just trying to be a bigger brother to him, and all the rest of the receivers just knowing how to be able to practice, of course, and just knowing the roles of playing the receiver, and not only just catching the ball and running fast, but also knowing what to do without the ball, which is transitioning the block, and which going to create explosive plays.
Hey, Kearis, have you learned anything new about what Todd Monken wants to achieve in the spring this year than you maybe not have learned last fall?
Just having all 11 guys on the same page, just being able to execute whatever he gives to us, and be able to go out there and just play fast and physical.
Okay, Kearis, thanks for your time. Have a good rest of your night.
All right, y'all do the same. Appreciate it.